to the Isn't That Rich podcast. I'm your host, Jill Franks.
And I'm your host, Ashley McVicker. And today we are talking about something that every customer has access to, but may not be using it to its full potential. And that is online banking.
Yeah, so whether you're transferring money, paying bills, depositing checks, or managing your business accounts, online banking can seriously help you. And today we're going to talk all about how you can utilize it to its full potential.
Yeah, and that's why we have brought on our expert, Taylor Shanks. She has been with us a couple of times on the podcast to kind of go through all of the perks of why you should sign up for online banking. And I can't imagine my life without online banking.
I don't know how anyone functions without it anymore.
We were just talking about this before the podcast, and I was like, I don't even think my husband has online banking, and a lot of people don't. And so it's so helpful. I don't understand why.
But welcome on, Taylor. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
You're with us today anyway because you're going through the mentorship program.
That's right.
Yeah.
So today's your marketing day, so you get the full spectrum of all the things we do.
Yes, the full aspect. So
Yeah. Let's start with something most customers probably don't even know about, and that they have access to online banking.
Yeah.
Or mobile banking.
Mobile banking. Yeah. So, we do have a app, most people download the app. We do a lot of this at new account opening. So we want you to get the app on your phone. We want to help you set it up. Let's do electronic statements while you're here, get you comfortable with the app, show you all the features and the things while you're in the office, because the likelihood of you doing these things after you leave is not high.
Yeah.
So we really sit with people, get them comfortable, show them all the features and everything that they can do on there, because some things are hidden on there, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You would not know that you had access to it unless we showed you. So I do feel like we are very intentional with that. We want people to use that online banking.
Yeah. We were talking earlier too, when you sit down to open your account, whether it's a business account or it's a personal account, that first initial visit can be super overwhelming. And I think when you get showed those features, it just might be over your head. So I think this episode is going to be a really great refresher to actually go over like what the benefits are, how to utilize them.
Yeah. And if you hear something on this podcast and you're like not using that, I definitely want people to call in and talk to me, Danielle, Sarah, Piper, some customer service representative that can sit down and walk you through these things if you don't already use them. So
yeah,
I'm excited to go over these things. So I would love to get started talking about something called admin access. And it's something that we all have as customer service reps. So we can log into one website and we can see our customers' online banking. So if they're having a problem, I'm like, okay, let me get logged in. I can see what you're seeing.
Okay.
So this does help solve problems or show them how to get to something that, I'm trying to show them how to get to manage cards. I can log in with them, walk them through all that steps and see exactly what they're seeing. Yeah. So I think that does help cut down on confusion and things like that. So
for instance, I'm a customer, I'm on my mobile app and I'm having issues. I can call you and you can see what I'm seeing and you can walk me through the steps to fix it.
Yes, exactly. Step by step.
Okay.
A lot of things, just because I've been doing it for so long, I have it memorized. Right. So I can walk you through electronic statements without logging into that admin. But there are some things where I'm like, I need to troubleshoot this. Let me log into that and we'll look at it together.
Okay.
So
well, that's helpful. So I never have to be doing things on my own, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So if people are worried about that, like I'm just worried to even log into my account. Like you can walk them through on the phone. Cool.
Yep.
Before we get started with like all of the benefits of it, because I can't imagine not having online banking. I check my bank account all the time.
Me
so
too.
People that don't have it and are just like blind to it, I don't know what they're doing. But what are some reasons people give to you as to why they don't want to be on mobile banking or online banking?
Oh, good call.
Yeah, they're scared of having an app on their phone. They're scared it's going to get hacked into. They don't know how to use it or they've never used it before. Those are the three I get a lot, because we do ask, do you mind if I ask why you don't use online banking? So then that way we can comfort you and walk you through these things, make you feel comfortable about it, because we want everybody to use this.
Yeah.
Because of all the tools and the things we're going to talk about today. Could really save somebody a lot of hassle in the long run.
Well, and like the number one thing you said, if you do have fraud on your account, you can see it right away by logging into it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people shy away from it too, is like, here's another password for me to remember. It's so difficult going through the multi-factor, there's so many things like that would shy me away from it, I think.
Yeah.
It's like another thing to log into.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen lots of cases where people that do have online banking maybe have fraudulent activity on their account, and because they do check it often, that fraud is like mitigated or way less than it would have been if they waited a month to get a paper statement in the mail.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I think people also, another misconception is that they think we have eyes on their bank account. Like someone's just like constantly staring at Taylor Shanks' bank account, and if something goes through from a restaurant that doesn't look like you ate at,
100% people do it. Like, I do think they assume that. And I'm like, we don't. The only time we really see anything is if it's fraudulent, or if it makes you overdrawn. We see that because it comes up on the NSF report. Yeah. But other than that, we do not like monitor people's bank accounts. We cannot go in there every single day and check it, Yeah. That's why everybody needs to do that.
No bank does.
No, there's no way you can do that for all your customers.
I think that's reassuring that someone's not always sitting there. I would like that.
People assume that too. I feel like people think like, oh gosh, I know someone that works there. They look at my bank account. I'm like, we don't have time, I promise.
Yeah.
So no, I want you to have online banking. I need you to monitor these things. I need you to get electronic paper instead of a paper statement. You're going to get it faster.
Yep.
All of that stuff. So yeah.
So let's talk about it. First things first, I think for people that don't have online banking, can you just walk through what it looks like on their phone to have online banking?
Yep. So there's an app that we go in the App Store and download, either the App Store or the Play Store, whichever you have. MyFSB, all one word, green leaf like our logo. We download that, and then we start the enrollment process. So we send an email with a security answer. You put that in, we start your enrollment process. Then I always have them switch to the app and log in. So right when you log in onto the app, first screen, you're going to see all of your accounts, checking, savings, loans, whatever you have, it's going to be on the front screen. The menu bar at the bottom, it's a black bar along the bottom. You guys know what that looks like.
Yeah.
But that's where you navigate everything. So the menu button down there at the bottom is going to have all the features and things that I'm about to talk about.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's important to point out, you can have online banking separate from mobile banking, correct?
Well, essentially it's the same thing. Okay. So you can have your mobile banking app, and then you can also log in on the website. You're using the same username and password.
Okay.
So you can do both. You're using the same info.
But that is something the bank has to turn on for you.
No, once you sign up for online banking, it will work for mobile or for like the web version.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yep.
Cool. So what are some of the benefits?
So the first thing is how you can move money on the app. This does happen in real time. So if you need to quickly transfer money from your savings to your checking account, emergencies come up, something, you can make that happen quickly. It goes real time. You also can make your loan payments on here. So this is actually how I make my loan payment. On my mobile app, you can go in to move money, and you can actually schedule it. Like mine is automatically scheduled for the first of every month. But say you make 2 loan payments a month, you can go in there and make it twice a month if you wanted to. You're in full control of that, which I love that.
Mm-hmm. Can you walk us through? So for me, I have my loan payment set up. I went on there once and I set it up to be an automatic payment. So I never have to do it again. So I just know that whenever, like 5 days before my loan is supposed to be paid, I know that it will be set up. So is that something that anytime I make a loan payment, you have access to, or do you have to have someone set that up for you?
No, so you can go in on your mobile app and set all of that up. And that's why I tell people to do your transfers, like schedule them on the app. You can go in there and change them anytime. So say you want to pay more on your loan. You can go in there and edit that. You want to change the date that it's being paid. You can change that without ever having to call the bank. So you're in full control of it.
Okay.
At any time you can change it. You can delete it. You can start all over again.
Oh, that's so great. Now, this is something when it comes to loans that come up for me is like, if I ever pay extra on my loan and I want the extra go to principal, do I have to call in?
It should automatically go to principal.
Wow.
Yep. And there is a way on the app that you can make a separate payment and choose to only pay principal only.
So cool.
So you can make your regular payment and then say you want to do $100 extra just to principal. You would just go in and do a one-time transfer and choose the principal.
Okay.
So you can do that too. And the system will pick that up and know that.
And this is, so I know it's so important when you make a loan payment. Some people wait to the last minute. Is it really immediate?
Yes. It is immediate for a loan payment too.
Okay.
Just like it's immediate for a transfer from a checking or a savings account, whatever. It is that way for a loan too.
Okay. So good.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
So you can make loan payments.
You can.
Okay.
Another thing, and we're seeing more and more of this, is mobile deposits.
Love mobile deposit.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
There's a lot of people I say, even if you don't live around here anymore, you don't necessarily have to switch banks.
Right.
Unless you're getting a lot of paper checks that you're going and cashing, or, you might have a local bank to go in there and do cash withdrawals and things like that. But otherwise, you can still bank with us really from anywhere. The mobile deposit, though, so some important highlights here. There's 3 things you have to do on the back of the check. So you have to flip the check over, sign your name, write for mobile deposit only, and then write Farmers State Bank underneath that. We do not allow, there's a check mark box. We do not allow that to take place of those 3 lines you have to write.
Okay.
So I think that's a big thing that customers did not understand for a while. So I'm really trying to tell people that. The other thing we're asking our customers to do is keep that check for 60 days.
Ooh, I wouldn't have known that.
No.
Because here's an example. I had a customer call just maybe 3 weeks ago, and she's like, one of my people called me and said that her check is still outstanding that she wrote to me in May. She's like, I know I deposited those checks. So I start digging through the mobile deposit rejects. All of her checks had been rejected because she check marked that box and did not write for mobile deposit only. Okay. Whenever they reject a mobile deposit, they send an email out. Well, emails get lost. Some people don't check them, quite often like we do.
Or something, yeah.
Right, or it's phishing.
Yeah.
So I think she just missed the email, and then she shred the checks because she got the green confirmation.
Right.
Well, that green check mark is just a confirmation saying it's been received. Now we have to go in and manually review it and apply it to your account.
So someone on the bank.
Yes, someone in
does
e-banking manually goes in and checks all of these to make sure that they're not fraudulent. We have to call and verify that the funds are good.
Yeah.
Things like that. So she got through the first phase and did not get through the second phase to actually get it approved. And then she got rid of them. And there was, 5 or 6 checks that she had to go back then and tell the customers, I
Please
need
pay
you to
me again.
reissue these. Yeah.
Gosh.
So
follow the directions on the back or
it does tell you.
It tells you exactly how to do it. It's not.
It does tell you in the app all the things to do.
Okay.
But I just want to push that checkmark box is not applicable for our bank. So you need to do the 3 lines and hold on to the check until you see the money into your account. Then you are good.
Then you're good after it's in there for sure.
You are good. The other thing, so we're sending that email when they do a mobile deposit reject, but we're now also, because I had 2 people now with this problem recently, we're pushing out a message to your online banking saying this has been rejected for this reason. So
inside your mobile app, you get messages.
Yes, right. When you open the app, I tried it for myself. I had a test one done to me, and I opened it, and it big red right when I first opened my app said you have one unread message. And so I went and looked, and it was a mobile deposit reject.
Okay.
So hopefully, people will check their mobile banking app more than their email, or hopefully it won't be
one or
missed.
the other,
right?
Whatever it is, yeah.
Right.
I think mobile deposit's great. I remember when I would babysit in high school and I'd get a check and I didn't go to the bank a lot, but I'd be like, oh, I got to make time to go to the bank to cash this check. And now I get checks from something and I'm like, I'll be
deposit
at the bank, guys. I'll be at the bank.
Yeah.
And I'll still,
up front.
I won't even go up front. I'll still mobile deposit. I'm like, it's just easier.
So I just tell people, someone does manually review those. So especially over the weekend, they've got a lot. It might take, a couple hours before you get it into your account. But that is another thing. It's not instant.
So that's different than the transfer.
Right.
Where that transfers
different.
can be instant, but mobile deposits might take a little time.
Yes, because someone, like I said, is going in and manually reviewing those.
Yeah.
And so they do that all times throughout the day. Someone from eBanking is in that folder checking them. So you will get it. It just might be a couple hours.
Now, this is a question I have when it comes to mobile deposit, especially. Does it matter how big the check is?
Yes.
Okay, so that's important. Yeah.
There is a limit. It's $3,000.
Okay, so a check bigger than $3,000 probably needs to be deposited in person.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless, there's exceptions for everything. So unless we, talk to this customer, we feel comfortable with them doing this.
Or it's like a common occurrence for them. Maybe their paycheck
or it's a
every 2
cashier's
weeks.
check. And I always say, like, we can do a one-time increase, but we do review the check. So just because you mobile deposit it doesn't mean you're going to get immediate access to it.
Right.
So it's okay to mobile deposit it. Let's review it, make sure it's not fraudulent, the check is good, and then we'll give you access to it.
And I think that's no different from if you have a larger check in person. Sometimes they put holds on checks to verify funds, that kind of thing too. So even if it was in person, it wouldn't be necessarily faster.
Any different. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good to know. So anything else about mobile deposits that would be, because I feel like that's one of the best benefits about mobile banking or online banking.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
But we're seeing a lot more of that.
Yeah.
A lot more. And then if for some reason they don't see the deposit into their account, they can call, and we do know a folder where eBanking puts a copy of the check and why it was rejected. So if they need some further explanation, we can go to that folder, find their name, see why it was rejected, and talk to them about how to resubmit it. Okay. Another thing too is the check, if it gets rejected, it has to be physically retaken a picture of. Like once they reject it, it's gone.
So you can't take a picture of a picture and upload it.
Right. So that's why I'm like, keep the check for 60 days, because if for some reason, like this lady, you come to find out 2 months later, we cannot get that image back that we rejected. You have to have the physical check to re-upload it again.
Good to know.
Yep.
That's funny. So sometimes, and this is totally unrelated, not about mobile banking, but Tom and I rented a car, and you can upload a picture. You have to upload a picture of your license. That's another thing we realized we couldn't just save it, because I had a file saved with our
with the picture
with our IDs, and now you can no longer upload a picture of a picture. So
you got to take it.
You got to take a physical picture.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
So what's another benefit?
The next thing would be managed cards. Have you guys
This
ever
is huge.
Have you used it?
I do all the time.
cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to turn my debit card off 50,000 times.
I always have like those little hesitation moments where I'm like, I don't know where it is.
Yes.
And that's when I'll just run in there and change it off.
Turn it
off.
Yep. So on the managed cards, you can turn your debit card on and off. You can change your 4-digit PIN number. You can edit your travel information, which is still new for customers. We totally will do it at the bank if you call in. But I'm like, hey, do you have 2 seconds to log into your app? Let me show you how you can do it too. So I'll always do it for people, but I want them to know they can go in there and do this. You can up your spending limit on the app under managed cards. So that is super important. Our debit card limit is $2,500 per day.
Yep.
Swiping your card. So like you're getting gas, Walmart, grocery shopping, stuff like that. $2,500.
So it's a cumulative 2,500.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And so, there's times people have to go to Menards and buy things that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can get in there and raise it up to $10,000 for 30 minutes. It sets a timer, lowers itself back down. And you can do that more than once
Okay.
a day. So, that's something good. It does do a 2-layer authenticator on that to make sure it's truly you with your cell phone wanting to do this increase.
Well, right. You would absolutely want that in place, because you don't want some fraudster in there like spending a bunch of money real fast
and not knowing what's going on. Right. So that's good. Something new that we just got turned on yesterday is under managed cards, it will ask you to add your card to your Apple Wallet. So we are really encouraging people to use Apple Pay.
Okay, with your debit card. You can add your debit card to your wallet.
Yes.
Love Apple.
Okay.
Yep. And this is where normally whenever you would try to do it on your own, you would have to call the bank. We would have to get on there and confirm your card and approve it for you. Yeah. Now this is taking away that process and just allowing you to do it on your own. You are going to get an email confirmation that your card has been set up for Apple Pay, which is great, because if you get that email and you did not do this in the app, then something is not right, and you need to call us or call the number on the back of your debit card. Okay. But yeah, this will really help people. So Apple Pay disguises your 16-digit card number. So
That's what
whenever
I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yep, when you use your Apple Pay, you're not actually giving out your full Farmer State Bank debit card number.
Which is
so this
great.
is supposed to help cut down on a lot of debit card fraud.
Right.
Yeah, because we tell people don't use your debit card and those numbers because
online.
it's directly connected to your bank account.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now there is a limit of spending every day, thank God, for
Right.
stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how people live without putting their cards into Apple Pay.
I know. It's
I
so
know.
I
much
tap
easier.
that thing on everything.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You can do it
And
on
I
a
carry-
vending machine.
I know, and I carry my phone around more than I carry my wallet, and
Well,
I'm
exactly.
so hopeful that they take Apple Pay.
Right. Well, you know what's so funny is I forgot my wallet once and I was far from home and the only thing I had was my cell phone
Yeah.
and I got through the day just fine. I could get gas. I could go to the restaurant and I could tap to pay for everything,
Yep.
which was so nice. So manage your cards. What all can you do with it? You can turn it on and off. You can up your limit. You can give travel notifications.
Yep,
I
you
like
can-
this too on the cards is you can schedule when they can be used.
Oh, that's so good.
So
What? Teach me that.
Taylor, you didn't know that?
Taylor.
No. Okay.
So like if you have a kid, you can put a time limit when that
Debit card can be used. So like if you were like,
teaching
I don't
me.
want you using this past 6 p.m.
or an employee, like if you're a business
Yeah, you
owner.
can put them on the business card.
Nice.
So if you
Yeah.
want to only allow the employee to use the card from open
9
and
to
close,
5.
and then they don't get access to it after that.
You're going to have to show me that in the app.
It's
Taylor,
super
taught
simple.
me something.
Yeah.
I like how you can also like name your cards.
Yes.
So I have a couple different cards. So anyway, you can name them whatever you want. And that's nice. And you can change your 4-digit PIN.
Oh yeah, that's another good thing. 'Cause
So sometimes people are like, I have no idea what I ever made my PIN.
right.
So
Go on the app and change it.
Yeah.
Get on
And you
that.
don't need your PIN that often unless you're getting cash out.
No, you don't. And I tell people when you're getting gas,
hit
please
credit.
choose credit.
Yes.
Because it does not put like that $100 hold on your debit card.
Ooh, that's good
So-
to know. So you're at the gas pump, it always says you use a debit card, use your PIN, or even at the grocery store sometimes it'll say debit or credit. Just hit credit.
Yeah. If you're checking out like at Kroger or something, that's not bad. But you can always use credit and you don't have to put in your PIN number. But the gas pump, I'm always like, please choose
I've
credit.
had my experiences at the gas pump.
People call all the time and they're like, I have this ginormous hold on my account. What's going on? And I'm like, did you go to the gas pump? And they're like, yes.
Yeah, I went to Casey's and I was not happy with the front desk lady, and she was like, I don't know.
I know. And it takes like 2 or 3 days to fall off.
Yeah.
So just
I
do
was like,
credit
I
and
didn't
you
spend
should.
$71 on a $30 tank of gas.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. What about, so this is a big thing for me is transferring money back and forth between accounts. We kind of already hit on it, but how do you transfer money outside? Can you do that with your mobile app?
Yep. So, of course, we want you to have your full relationship with the farmers. We want all your accounts. That's not always realistic, and we get that. But if we see someone that's coming in, like they just moved to the area and they have their account in a different state, they can't get there, we'll set them up for external transfers. So we walk you through this because, again, it's one of those things that's kind of hidden. You wouldn't see it unless we show you how to do it. But you can go in there and plug in your account and routing number at the other bank, title that account, and then pick if it's a checking or savings account. What happens then is about 2 business days, 2 or 3, your other bank account out of state or wherever is going to get 2 small debits or 2 credits, one of those. And then I always tell people, please jot them down, get back into
The
your
amount down,
the
yeah.
amount, write those down, get back into your farmer's app, and it's going to have you verify those dollar amounts. And then you either add or subtract them to get what other number it's asking you for. Okay. Once you do that, then you are completely set up to ACH money back and forth. So you can send money out of your farmer's account to that bank or pull money from that bank to your farmer's account.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yep.
I'm thinking about relatives in other states because or like a kid or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have accounts set up for them.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yep. You also can do person-to-person payment. So I really recommend that for people that have kids, even if they're grown kids or they live out of state or wherever, you can use the person-to-person payment to pay people. So that one, you can pay people even if they don't bank with us. You can set it up with their phone number, their email, or their debit card number. A lot of people don't want to give out their debit card number, so I always do the text message.
That's what I do too. I always choose text message.
Yeah. And it's so easy. That one has a limit of $400, so it's not to be used for anything like crazy big, but I use it all the time.
Yeah.
I use it with Jared. I mean, I've used it with you. I use it all the time with everybody, and it's so easy. The only thing I will say it does not work with is MasterCard.
Okay.
The only bank locally that uses a MasterCard is Wood Forest.
Okay.
So we have found it only works with Visa.
Got it.
Yep.
I think it's so interesting too, when you transfer money back and forth. Like my husband does it so old school. He'll like, if his kids are going on a trip or he wants to give them money, he'll call the bank and say, hey, Taylor, will you leave $600 cash or whatever it is, that they need for this vacation or whatever he wants to do, birthday money, whatever it might be. But he'll leave like physical birthday money when it could be so easy for him to just like go on his mobile app, transfer person to person and say happy birthday.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't have
write a note.
Right. You can put a note, but it's so old school. He does it the old school way. But I just think it's so nice to have the option to be able to pay people instantly.
Yes.
This way.
Yes. And like I said, the external transfer takes 2 or 3 days to get set up. But once you do the external transfer, then hopefully it gets there same day. It just depends on how often that other bank pulls their ACH stuff in.
Sure.
But I mean, we do it several times a day. So I would think other banks do it too. The person to person payment goes instantly though. Once they get the text message that says Taylor wants to send you money, click this link. I put in my 16-digit debit card number, the expiration date, money goes straight into the account that's linked to my debit card. Mm-hmm. And then they're set up in your list of payees. So if you want to pay them a week later, they're already in your list. Don't have to do that confirmation, all that. It goes. So
nice.
Are you finding lots of businesses using external transfers?
No, not really. Not as much with businesses. And the P2P option is only for personal use.
Okay.
So that one's not for businesses to use.
Gotcha.
But they could set up external transfers if they wanted to. Say there's a vendor they constantly paid. They could set up these external transfers to just...
Yep. We're going to talk about that. It's called, it's more of like an ACH is what I would want them to do for that kind of thing.
Okay.
But they do have access to external transfers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good. I think that one of the best parts about having mobile banking is seeing the transactions. Like, tell me what that is about. Can you see transactions happen in real time? Like, what does that look like on mobile banking or online banking?
Yep. Once you swipe your debit card, you can log into your online banking and see immediately what just came out. I've been showing people recently, because I guess people don't realize you can do this, but if you are a check writer, you can see the checks that have cleared. It'll say check number 1202. If you click on that and you scroll down, you can see the images of that check front and back.
I might need to have someone show me how to do that.
Yeah.
Because
I've had to do it because I have like dementia and I be like, how did I make $50? And I have to go look at the check or something that I deposited or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that was me. It's always me. It's always been me.
Always you.
I've never thought it was.
And that's something where I can log into admin, click on their account and see what check are you looking for, find it. And then I'm like, okay, scroll down. You might have to hit the plus sign to show images.
Sure.
But then you can look at it. And so they're so thankful. Did not know that unless someone shows you. So
and can you even see that with mobile deposits? So say I forgot what this deposit was, I can go back and see what it is.
I think you can.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So cool.
But this is where you can also, I always take people to their electronic statements from their checking or their savings account.
Sure.
So like when I first have people sign up for it, we go through the checking and the savings account. There's a documents tab too in the menu and you can find it there.
And I love that you mentioned the documents tab because I have an online business account. And one thing my accountant makes me do every year is give her my bank statements. And I don't have mailed bank statements. I chose the mobile or the e-statements.
Yeah.
And so I can go on there and literally they can pull out all my transactions for that year.
Yep.
So
how far back are they on there? If you want a statement or an e-statement?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's even longer than that. Yeah.
We can touch on it now really quick.
Yeah.
But just since you brought that up about your online business, so you can you can do it on personal too, but I really recommend it for business. Online banking, you can add sub-users.
Okay.
So you can add a sub-user. They're going to get their own personal login. So they're going to get their own invite sent to them. We're going to assign you that security answer, make your own username, password, set up your own cell phone, all of that stuff. But when you create them as a sub-user, you're only giving them access to whichever accounts you want. So this is great for office managers, secretaries, accountants, people that pull your bank statements. Yeah, anybody that's going to need access to the accounts, to, accounts payable or bookkeeping or, accounting purposes, whatever. So I really recommend that people, because a lot of times, they'll have their accountant reach out to me. I need you to send them these bank statements. And I'm like, hey, we should add them as a sub-user so they can go in there and pull all these at any time that they want to.
And that doesn't give them access to the money. It just gives them
visibility.
Can give them,
like view only access.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
and
good
then
to know.
a lot of people, so we mentioned this, we were talking about this earlier, but you can, if you have personal and business accounts, you can have the same login if you want to. Some people like that. Some people want it to be separate. So you can have either all your personal on one login and all your business on one login or together. And so we name all the accounts, make it really easy for you to get on there and say, oh, this is my business account. This is personal, all of that. But whenever you add the sub-user, you can only give them access to the 2 business accounts and they will not see any of your personal stuff.
Oh, that's good to know too.
Yeah. So I think people, are hesitant because they worry about that. And I'm like, no, when we walk you through it, you check mark what you want them to see.
That's so cool.
There's just so many options.
I need to do that for my accountant. That's one thing I don't have done.
And it does give peace of mind. They're not seeing your full banking, relationship. It's only the things they need to have access to.
Well, and I like that the document portion, I can print it any which way. So you can download an CSV file. It can be an Excel. It can be ready for what's the big accountant software your mom uses? QuickBooks. You can download it in that format. So then you just shoot it over to them if they don't have a sub user, obviously. Right. But I even for my own personal reconciling, I like to be able to download that Excel file or a CSV file for my own, tracking.
Yep.
So if you have online banking, it gives you immediately access to that.
Yep.
Yeah,
it does.
I'm laughing because I looked at one of my statements the other day and I was like, who spent this?
I
keep having these moments
just for fun. And it was, like with Kasasa, you have to have 12 debit card purchases.
Yeah.
I looked at mine and it was like 88.
Taylor,
debit card purchases.
Well, she's the one. She's the one on the Kasasa account.
Give you a credit card referral today so I can get some points.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, yep, I'm just
You
fine.
made it. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So I think another thing people worry about when it comes to online banking is security and personalization. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that.
Yep. So at on the black bar at the bottom, there's a profile button. So on the profile button, you can change your username, your password. You can update your security questions. But one thing you can do is the Face ID login. That's what I use. You don't have to put in your username or your password. It just scans your face and lets you in.
Yeah, you don't have to do 2-factor for that?
One time it's going to ask you a security question, check mark, remember this device, and then it should not do that again on that device. But if I was trying to log into your online banking from my phone, which is an unknown device, it's then going to make you, get the text message or the phone call. So that should not ever happen.
Yeah.
And I stress this to everybody. They're like, there's this big red bar on the front of my online banking and it's not going to go away. I said, it's never going to go away because it's a constant reminder to never, ever, ever, ever give out your online banking information to someone.
Yes.
Once you do that, you've opened a huge can of worms that now where you have to close out all of your accounts.
Yes.
Every single one of them. New debit cards, new online banking, new everything. So I'm just like, any fraudster that tries to convince you that they're going to mobile deposit a check for you or, they're going to deposit $10,000 into your account, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen.
Yeah. And your bank is never going to ask you for those things too. So if there's somebody impersonating, say, Taylor Shanks, I'm Taylor Shanks. I just need you to verify your username and password for your mobile account. We're not going to ask that. So don't ever do that over the phone.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that too, because I just talked to someone again about 3 weeks ago. He said someone from his bank called him and he was like, I was working, I was busy. It sounded legit. He was very calm, sounded like someone that worked at the bank, gave them all of his information. and then it ended up being a fraudster, and I think they person-to-person money out or something like that. And so I'm always just like, if you get that kind of phone call, hang up and call someone that you know. You know, everybody knows at least someone that works at their bank, surely. So, hang up and immediately call that trusted person or call the bank phone number that you know and double check that stuff. But, yep, I do love the Face ID, or you can also do a 4-digit PIN number instead. But I always tell people our app updates from time to time, and it could kick out your 4-digit PIN or your Face ID. So write down your username and password somewhere safely.
Yep.
Because if it resets, you're going to have to manually put that stuff back in.
Yep.
So, yep.
I think, why would someone want to hide or rename their accounts?
So I love that one because for me, like I have 7 different checking accounts and I have a real estate tax account. It's titled real estate taxes. A transfer goes in there every week, but I do not want to physically see that on my online banking because that's not my money to spend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's already spent.
It's already spent. Yep. Yes, I'm saving for something. It's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to see it. So you can go in your profile button and you can hide your accounts.
Oh, you can hide it yourself?
Yes, and you can get back in there.
I didn't know that.
You can turn it off so it'll come back on. You can do it like on and off if you want to.
Okay.
Let's
I need to do that for my hold accounts.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, like, I have an emergency account, and some people that are not, like, they're ready to spend their paycheck as soon as they get it. It's not me, but for people that, you're like, I've got money available.
Yes, or I don't want to accidentally like transfer money out of that account, and I didn't mean to. So it doesn't even come up on my transfers.
Okay.
So that's really good. And then you can rename your accounts, which I try to do this at account opening for people. When I set them up for online banking, let's label your accounts however you want them labeled.
Yeah.
But if you want it something different, you can go in there and rename it. But I love the hiding.
Let me ask you this. So I know you can have separate logins for your business and your personal.
Yeah.
Say I wanted to still check in on from time to time on my hidden accounts. Is there a way that I can have 2 separate logins for my hold accounts or my tax accounts and my personal? So like 2 separate personal account logins?
We could probably make that work. The bad thing is that our online banking links up with your social.
Okay.
Or your business EIN.
Oh,
so any new accounts that you open, they're going to automatically come on there at some point in time. You have to go in there and hide them.
Okay.
So what I do if I need to check my balance, I go in there and unhide it, and check it, and then I go back to profile and hide it again.
I see. Good. Yeah. So there's a way around it without having it like add to your total. Because I know on the top, I always look, okay, available funds, and it totals everything, business, whatever.
Yep.
So speaking of business, I want you to talk about all the benefits of business online banking.
Yeah. So
I don't know how people run a business without having online banking.
I know.
And there's people that do.
I know. I know. So a lot of those things that we talked about personal, you can go with business too. Yep, you can. One thing we're seeing a lot of is ACH capabilities. So we're filling out a 20-page packet for our customers to sign to get business online banking with ACH capabilities. They have to give us a certain limit of what they're going to spend daily on ACHs. So we're seeing this where you can credit people as your payroll.
Sure.
You can credit people for different things. You can debit people for, like I've seen rent. If you have renters, they're debiting their account for their rent payments. Also gym memberships. I've seen that one too. A small gym that had 10 to 12 people. He does one monthly for their gym dues. So yeah, that's really good. Vendor payments. We're really trying to push people to use ACH for that.
And why would that be?
The mail is very, very slow. We've also, everyone knows about check washing. I mean, that is a true thing that happens. If you fill out one of your checks and you mail it off to your vendor, it gets lost in the mail. Somebody else picks it up. They then recreate your check with the account routing number at the bottom. And now we've got, all these checks clearing your account that are not yours.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. So the ACH would help prevent
eliminate that.
Yeah. And it's a free service. So I'm like, we will get you set up for it if you need someone to come out on site and help you. We've got great people in our electronic banking department that can come out on site and help walk you through how to upload these batches and show you how to use it until you feel comfortable. But
and that you can see in real time all of those ACHs too. So when they go out, you can go onto your online banking and see when they actually hit.
Yeah, so they're called batches, and you can go in there and change the dollar amounts for people because, I've got one person that does payroll and sometimes they're different. So you just go in there to your batch that's already created, pick your person, put their dollar amount in, credit or debit, and it goes. So we do it one day in advance. So if you get paid on Friday, then I want you to upload your batch by Thursday.
Sure.
And it will be sent out on Friday. And our e-banking department pulls those ACHs 3 times a day. So if you do it, first thing in the morning, the afternoon, and then 2:00 is the last one. So they're pulling them constantly throughout the day.
That's good. So it's not just...
It's not just
by
once.
5 p.m. on Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then, I've got people that I know do them. And so if I don't see it come in, they're calling me and I'm calling the customer to remind them, hey, you need to get your batch in. Or if it's like before a holiday, I try to call people too, set that up before the holiday happens so your people get paid.
Right. Same thing. If they have like a loan payment they need to make out of their account, you can set that up ahead of time.
Yes. And there's a button actually that says like to check mark it to pay after a holiday.
Oh, really?
So that's nice.
That is nice. I didn't know that.
Yep.
So we're talking a lot about fraud prevention, and the ACH is one of the best starter ways to do that. But I'd love for you to talk about positive pay.
Yeah. So positive pay is kind of newer to our bank. Probably in the last year, we really started pushing customers to use it because we're seeing just so much more.
I actually think you did a full episode on this.
Check washing. We did.
Yep.
And we've also just now added ACH positive pay. So one of our new customers was like, at our previous bank, we kept having this ACH hit our account that was fraudulent. We don't know how they were getting our account routing number. So you can go in and block that person on online banking from pulling money out of your account. You can also go in and whitelist people. So if you have, at least 3 people that always direct deposit money into your account. For them, it was like the IRS and different stuff like that. So we went in and whitelisted them.
What does whitelist mean?
That means that it is okay for them to deposit money in the account. It's not going to flag anything. You've told the system that it's okay.
Okay.
So the positive pay is great to upload a CSV file. And like we talked about QuickBooks, you can normally download a file with all of your check information and just straight upload that into online banking. And then it will tell our system, hey, these are the checks that they issued. These are okay to clear. If they're not in this list, they did not issue these and we need to review them. So it's going to pop up on your online banking that you have exceptions and you need to go in and review them. So you go in and review the checks and you can see the image of them and you either accept or deny them.
Nice.
I have had a business customer that did have check washing happening. So she was seeing all these images on her online banking and she was denying them. Well, I also need you to email me and let me know so the bank can manually go in and return them, like hard return them. So that will really help because if that does happen, then you do not have to close out your checking account. You just keep your positive pay going as normal and you can operate your same account.
Got it.
So it could really save a lot of time.
So were you able to, for that person that was denying, once she emailed you, she still could get those returned? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, within 24 hours, we have a 24-hour window that we can return them.
Okay.
So, we were able to send them to operations and they returned them.
Good.
So the customer was not out any money. They did not have to close their account and come in and reopen all new accounts, get all new signatures. And this is a free service that our bank offers because it's so important. We want our customers to use it. So again, if you're not using this and you are still writing checks to your, vendors or payroll, like we want to please get you set up for this.
Yeah. And it's not free everywhere. That's for sure.
No,
because it is a lot of work. Yep. But we just really want to keep our customers safe.
It saves everyone more money by being on it. It saves the bank more money and the customer.
Yes. Yeah. And I just think all that time. And then if you've ordered checks, those are expensive and now you cannot use those checks.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
I love that there's a service for the ACHs for positive pay.
Yep.
Too. I want to talk about one of my favorite tools for a business that we have on our online banking, and that's Auto Books. Yeah. So it's been a game changer for me to be able to send invoice. So I'd love to for you to explain a little bit about what Auto Books is.
And then I want to hear your experience too, because it is a feature that you can enroll in on your own on our online banking. So a lot of people are using it and I have no idea that they're using it. I never hear anything from them. They've enrolled in it on online banking. They have mastered it and figured it out.
Yeah.
So I never know. But I did just go on site and sit with someone last week and got them on Autobooks. They did the whole enrollment process themselves, but they wanted to invoice out a customer, and they had given them their credit card information already. So we were able to go in and type in their credit card information, send the invoice, get it paid. And then they do get an email confirmation. I love that part, that it's like, Taylor, thank you for your payment to whatever business.
Yeah.
So I think that's nice.
And it's really cool because you can customize it with your logo. You can customize the
colors,
letters, everything. So these emails look professional without having to pay for like some super expensive service like Honeybooks to do that for your business. And I love that. It's so simple, easy to use. I can create I can say, so I do it for my glamping business. And so I set it up. It was a $400 fee for what they booked. I just sent the email, the invoice to them. They paid it in real time. I received an email too saying invoice has been paid. It's like magic.
And it goes right in, it's nice because it's hooked up right to your business bank account.
Yes.
So a lot of those companies like Honeybooks, it'll be in Honeybooks
Right.
in that
They hold
program,
it.
and then they hold it, and you got to transfer it out, and this just goes right into your business bank account.
Yeah. So this one, I love how it's so customizable. Like, you can make it as basic as you want, or you can go in there and customize it to, if you want to have a different colors or a logo, like you said. There's a free version of it, which is just the basic invoicing, tap to pay, that kind of stuff. Or there's a premium version.
Yeah.
The premium version's $9.99, so almost $10 a month. But that does give you access to like the profit and loss sheet, the balance sheet, the reporting part of it. Yeah.
$9.99.
I know.
That
A month.
Yeah.
It's cheap
No
for
brainer.
that. I will say, just like any other credit card processing, there is a fee for it.
Right.
So you pay that 3% or whatever ours charge. I don't remember off the hand. So if the people are paying with a credit card and they have the option to do an ACH or a credit card, if they pay with credit card, there is a fee. And you can choose within Autobooks to add that fee to the total or not too. So that's kind of cool.
No, I love that you can. Yeah, that's what I actually helped the customer with, because they did not want to eat the fee, which you go anywhere, you go to a restaurant and you see a sign on the door that says there's a 3% or 3.5% fee to process your debit card. It's just something that's happening. People are having to pay for that machinery. So it's nothing new. It shouldn't be, a surprise that there's going to be a tacked on fee.
Yeah, I think I paid at Don Sol and I paid cash and it was a little less. But if I pay with my credit card, and they have this thing now where you can scan the QR code and pay.
Don't you sound mad that she didn't invent that?
I know, right?
So actually, Autobooks has a QR code too that you can scan. So I had a lady that went to a craft booth and she just put the QR code in like a picture frame or something and had it sitting up.
Yep.
People could scan that and pay right there.
That's so nice.
But the fees, I have them.
Okay.
So comparable to Square, if your card's not present, which a lot of people call on the phone and just pay over the phone, I do for a lot of things. If that's the situation with Square, it's 3.5% fee plus 15 cents per transaction.
Got it.
So Autobooks is 3.49 so just right under that, but there's no transaction fee. It's for a credit or debit card. If you do an ACH payment using your account and routing number, it's a 1% fee.
So it's a lot less.
It's a lot less. Yeah. And then the tap to pay is 2.75. So
gotcha.
In my customer from last week, he actually downloaded the app. It will prompt you to download the app and he can do that. And then he had the tap to pay right there through the app.
Wow.
I know it's nice too for not just businesses, but non-for-profit. So we set up one for a non-for-profit and they were doing like a big fundraiser. And so you can set it up just for a specific event or something.
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah. And that's only for business accounts, is this Autobooks.
Correct.
Correct.
Yep. But we have a lot of sole proprietors that use it.
Sure.
Things like that. You can operate it off of your social security number. You just have to go through that enrollment process. And then Autobooks does have an underwriting department. So if they have a question or something goes wrong, a real person is reviewing that.
Yeah.
And then they do have a customer service line that you can call. I personally call them if we have a question, like I'm sitting with a customer and they need help. I can call their line and get a live person that will help us. So that's really nice too and convenient to have.
Yeah, that's awesome. We kind of already talked about sub-account users. Is there anything you'd like to add for that? I mean, business accounts can have sub-users and personal accounts too.
Personal can too. So one instance, I had a dad and his child did not have a checking account or something yet, and he added them as a sub-user so that they could log in and see, you know, if they had a debit card that they were using off their account, they could see the balance and stuff like that. But we want all kids like ages 15 and above to have their own checking account and debit card.
Yeah.
By that age, you're traveling around, you're doing all the things going into high school. So I don't recommend that you know, let someone else use your debit card. But anyway, you can do that for personal, but really the business for accountants, CPAs, you know, office managers, stuff like that. Yeah.
I think we talked a little bit about bill pay, but if you're a business, it's kind of, you forget that you can do it. I know I started paying my trash for my business through bill pay. How does it work for business accounts, or did we already cover what it can do?
So it can work for personal and business. It works the same for both ways. Okay. Businesses, we do have a fee for that. It's a small fee monthly for them to be able to use it. But you can essentially go in and take your Ameren bill, fill out all of your account information, your account number, where Ameren takes the physical payment if they did have to mail a paper check. Normally, we're seeing a lot of places take electronic payments for bill pay, so it's going to get there faster than a paper check. But if you choose to use the bill pay and they have to send out a paper check, it's disguising your account number and your routing number at the bottom,
which is good.
So this is another great feature to use and get your things paid where they're not getting your true account and routing number.
Yeah.
Help me understand this. I've never used bill pay.
Yeah.
It's not that I misunderstood. I just don't know how to use it. If I have an Ameren bill that's different every month, don't we all know that?
Yeah.
Do you have to go in manually and type in the amount?
Yeah.
And then it sends it. Okay. So it's not like connected to my Ameren account and then it sees that I owe 100
it's not
whatever.
automatic.
It's not automatic. No.
Okay.
So when you get your Ameren bill, you just log into your online banking, go to Move Money, My Payees, find Ameren, punch in the dollar amount, send it. It goes automatically.
Got it.
So once you set up Ameren, Capital One, wherever, it tells you whether they take a paper check or electronic. So if somewhere takes a paper check, I would be like, nah, I'm not going to probably send it because it's going to go in the mail just like it would. The only thing I will say is if you do the paper check and you send it that way, it's fine. It is still going to disguise your account number at the bottom. So that is fine. But I tell people more the times than not, if your local like water departments, they take a paper check on bill pay. So I'm like, just go drop the check off at the water department.
Don't mail it. Or set up like an automatic payment, you know, ACH to come out of your account. For like those small water companies.
I feel like there's so much.
There's
online
so
banking.
many advantages.
I can't imagine not having it.
I just really want to stress to people that if you're not comfortable using it, please come sit with me for like 15, 20 minutes.
We'll do a training session.
We'll do a training session on it. Yes. Like we'll get you up and running where you feel comfortable on it. Or if you hear any of these features that stand out to you and you don't have them, like please come visit the branch and sit with one of us and we'll help get these set up for people. Again, like I said, a lot of people don't know we offer these things unless we tell you about it. And we normally see people at account opening and sometimes I don't see them again.
Right.
The emails that you guys send out though are great. You know, the 5-week ones.
The welcome. Yeah.
The welcome
just
series. Yeah, that's great.
Good. Because it'll get people comfortable, I think, remembering all the things.
And
I
I
think
think they are pressed on time and maybe we miss something, that welcome email is going to hit anything that we missed.
And we try to always link it to our website that has the directions of how to do that. Or if it's something that you have to turn on for them, it will tell them, just call the bank. We'll get this set up for you.
Yeah.
So if people want to learn more about online banking or they want to set up that training session, how do people find you, Taylor?
Call the bank. Any location, you'll be able to track me down.
Okay. Just ask for Taylor.
Yep. Ask for me. If I'm not available, you know, Danielle is really good with the app. Sarah Mabed, Piper, any of our CSRs are really good with all of these online banking tools. Okay. So, yeah, we're here to help and we're happy to have people get set up on these things. That's what we're here for. So
utilize it.
Yes, use it because a lot of these things are free.
Yeah.
So we want you to use them.
Well, good. Well, thank you so much for being on today,
thanks,
Taylor. This has
Taylor.
been
For having
fun.
me.
I've learned something. I need to activate a few things on my
Now I
online
need
banking.
you to show me how to do the schedule your
I'll show you
debit
after
card.
the episode.
Yeah.
So fun. Well, thanks guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
So Jill, where do we go from here?
Be sure to check out our show notes for this episode and also be sure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our newsletter. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.